We're all given 24 hours in a day. Our level of success depends upon how we use those hours. So whether you want to have more success with your fitness, with your relationships, with your family, with your business, with your wealth, it's all dependent upon how you use each and every minute that you're given. So today I want to talk about 5 strategies that you can use right now, that you can use today to be more productive and to get more done this week. Let's go. First thing that you have to do if you want to become more productive, if you want to squeeze every last ounce of the minutes and the time and the days that we're given, is you've got to be deliberate about your day. You've got to plan out your day. Too many of us go at it haphazardly and think that the world is going to give us what we want because we show up. The problem is that it never works, and we've got to be deliberate. We've got to live our life by design, not by default. I tell my kids that all the time, and they roll their eyes when I say it, but it's so true. And so part of what I do is I plan out my day. I use 2 tools to help plan out my day. The very first thing I do is I journal. I write down what it is that I hope to accomplish during the day and what I want to get done. The second thing I write in that journal is what did I do the day before, and that helps me get off on the right track for the next day. The second thing that I use is I use a to-do list, and I put the most important things that I want to accomplish that day, the things that if I get those done, I'll feel happy about my day. I put those things first, and I gradually reduce the importance of the things later in my list because my to-do list is never done. It always rolls over, but the only things that are rolling over are the things that are not important because I get the hard things done first. So you've got to live your life by design, not by default. You've got to plan out your day. Number 2, go to bed earlier, wake up earlier. We've all heard the term that the devil comes out at midnight. Well, when it comes to being productive, very few men can accomplish more in the evening than they can in the morning. If you think about it, and this is generally speaking, but when we stay up, what are we doing? We're out drinking, we're partying, we're watching TV, we're being lazy. But when we wake up early, what are we doing? We're working out, we're exercising, we're meditating, we're reading a book. And so positive things are more likely to happen in the morning than they are at night. So if you want to be more productive this week, shift your sleeping schedule around, go to bed a bit earlier, wake up a bit earlier, and gradually work into it if you want. And I guarantee that you'll be more productive this week. Number 3, work out. Work out in the evening, work out in the morning, do what you need to do and do what works for you. But it is so important, so critical that you get a good workout in. There's just something for the body and for the soul that when you get a good workout in, you're more productive. And so it gets the body going, it gets the blood pumping. I cannot begin to describe the changes in my productivity when I started working out consistently and regularly about 2 years ago. When I started doing that, everything in my life changed. My productivity with my kids and my wife and my productivity in business and my level of wealth and income all increased because I took the time to work out. I took the time to do hard things, and I put the very most important things first, which is to get up and do some exercise and get the body moving. So work out this week. Number 4, batch projects and activities. A lot of people ask me how I'm so productive and how I get so much done and how I read so much. And part of the way that I do that is I take activities that are similar in nature or that can be overlapped, and I do those things together. Let me give you a prime example of that. I drive a half an hour to and from work each day, and so I take that opportunity to listen to podcasts and listen to books because it's so much more productive than listening to music. Those things are making me more productive, and I've got that time anyways, so I'm collapsing those time frames is what I refer to it as. If you can take activities and put them together, you're going to reduce the amount of time or lag time between activities, and not only is that mentally draining, but it's also draining the clock. It's draining your time. So another example, I do podcasts, and so my podcasts, if I can do those together and I can get those all done in one day for a matter of a month or 2 months, that's so much more effective than doing it once every week for 8 weeks. I also do the same thing with videos. So find out what's important in your life, see if they overlap, see if you can collapse time zones, because if you can do that this week, you will be more productive. Number 5, outsource the things you don't like doing. If you're doing things and you're finding yourself doing tasks that are either menial or not important to you, not only is it going to be mentally draining because you're dragging your feet and you're delaying and you're stalling, but it's also going to drain the clock. And so if you can outsource those things, and a lot of this time this comes to business or even work around the house, if you have somebody mow your lawn and somebody else can do that, and you don't enjoy doing it, that's a way to alleviate some of the time burden and stress that comes with having to do everything. Now, I realize not everything can be outsourced. Some things you just have to do yourself. But I use the prime example of my kids. For example, we have them do chores around the house, and of course they hate doing their chores and they can't outsource those things. But another opportunity is to turn that into a game. Find a way to make it fun. Because if you're stuck doing it, if you can make it fun, you're going to be a lot more productive. But look for those activities in your life that you don't enjoy doing, or that you're very slow at, or that you're not good at, and see if you can have other people do those activities. I use budgeting as an example. My wife does not like to budget. It's part of my job, so it's something I'm good at, so I take care of that. And there's other things around the house that she can take care of. So outsource everything, find what you're good at, and play to your strengths. There you go, guys. 5 quick and easy tips and ways for you to become more productive throughout this week to get more done. I did not cover it all. I just scratched the surface. Those are 5 things that work really well for me. I'm sure that you have tools and techniques and strategies that are working for you. And if you do, please leave those below in the comments. Help each other out. Because if you can share those things, we can all be more productive, we can all live more fulfilling lives, and we can all be happier, and we can help each other out. So in addition to that, please subscribe to the Order of Man YouTube channel so you never miss an episode, you never miss a show that we're putting out. I would love to connect and have you as part of the community. So guys, I look forward to seeing you next week, but until then, let's you and me become the men we were meant to be.